So I just wanted to offer some advice for social work assessments and reports of all kinds, okay? This is a trap I fell into early in my career, especially when I worked in a youth offending service. Something we have to be careful of, and that is the language that we use. What kind of language are we talking about? Yeah, the language is that we mustn't write away from or ostracize the people who we are writing about. What do I mean? What I mean is, if a court orders an assessment or a report on a family or an individual, okay, sometimes we can write for the court, and the court has a very articulate way of expressing itself. If you listen to the CPS, if you listen to barristers, if you look at the paperwork, the way that things are written, they're not written in a family-friendly way. But judges, especially magistrates, will often insist, write in layman's terms. When you do your assessments, you are writing about someone, but remember who you are writing about. They are entitled to that document, and you really need to write that information down for them in a way that they can understand. And so you don't write for the courts, don't write for the barristers, don't write to show yourself as someone articulate. Don't bust your brain in trying to find, to make use of a vocabulary that doesn't belong to you and one that doesn't belong to the family you're supporting. You have to write in a very simple way. And youth offending case managers and social workers have been criticized for writing in a way that is not understood by the parent. And if you're writing for someone who hasn't been to school or done anything in academia, you be careful about how you write about them. Write about them as if you're speaking to them. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you evidence your work and as long as it makes sense, that's all that matters to the court. But remember, do not write to the judges. Don't do it. They don't want that. And if they do, they're not doing their job properly. They will advocate, and their job is to advocate on behalf of you and the person they're supporting. So they will criticize you for being too articulate. So who are we working for really? We are working for the people who we are working for, which is the service user, the person with the lived experience. Guilty or innocent, they deserve our support. And this is another end and another aspect of advocacy, is that when we do our assessments, we write in a way that is a voice for them and about them, but also in a way that they can understand. So, simply put, keep it simple.